class in this session. This is Professor Academy. What's up, people? We have another VOD review game, which was submitted to my Discord. So if you guys want your VODs reviewed, and just check out my Discord and submit your gameplay there. This is Cyndicate. Let's break it down. And this person is actually going to be playing Ana. He's on Mercy right now, but he's going to be playing Ana. So let's break it down. Moves in with his team, We're going to be focusing a lot on positioning. We're going to be focusing a lot on positioning and how he chooses to spend his time. So let's go. Bouncing around, jumping around a bit. Let's see what we choose to do this time. Alrighty. So there we go. Then he spots that, and then he misses the sleep dart on the diva. Already, what I notice is a little bit of franticness right off the bat. So we come in here, and let's see how we position ourselves. We position ourselves, right here. And then we kind of bounce around over here, and we're kind of flicking our camera everywhere. And we aren't really seeing, we don't really have a good viewpoint on our allies. So what you may, and I would suggest a better position. All right. So you are a support character. Your goal is to not die, heal your team, and maybe get some damage on the enemy. Right? You're right here, and you're just kind of bouncing around. You're kind of looking around. You're moving everywhere because you don't have your entire team in sight. So what you may want to do is use your scope. So you see this room over here, this health pack. You could be right here near this room and just be scoping in, and you can see your entire team from here. Right? Not only can you see your entire team, you see everyone's. And if you are like quick scoping here, if you don't need to zoom in, see your entire team, and you see that side over there. So you would have saw that diva coming, and you could be shooting at her from right here, and then you wouldn't have to be panicking and be like, what's over here? What's over here? What's over here? Because when you're doing that, when you're like bouncing around and doing this, you're not focused. You're distracted. There's a very high likely chance that something's going to hit you and you're not going to see it coming because you're just so frantically paced. So I would suggest calming down and just coming over here, just keep an eye on your team, heal them. And if someone comes over there, shoot at them. Now, and then if someone flanks you or if someone attacks you, well, you have a health pack to go to. So you have an extra 75 health that you can go to help you out in defending yourself. Also, if someone comes at you, like say that diva comes at you, because you have to filter them into this room, easy sleep dart. Easy sleep dart. I made a whole video about how, people who don't have the best aim, how to hit your sleep dart. Bring them into an area you know they're going to come in. Easy sleep dart when you know exactly where they're going to be. Even if a Genji runs in this room, his movement is very restricted. Tracer. Easy sleep dart. All right, and then you missed the sleep dart because you kind of flicked over there. If you were over here, easy sleep dart, you could hit, and then you'd be very calm. You have a good field of view on the battle. You'll be able to assess threats better because you're not like what's going on here? What's going on over here? Right? And also you shot that sleep dart at the diva, and I would say, and you could see this in my video where I describe how to land sleep darts. Diva is probably one of the characters where you just don't want to shoot a sleep dart at her. One, because she can block it with her defense matrix, which is on a really low cooldown. Like, you're not taking away. Like, she doesn't have to spend an important cooldown to block your sleep dart. She just throws up her defense matrix for a split second. So it's hard to hit her with it. And also, you don't really get that much value out of hitting her, especially if your team is a focus on her. She has a ton of health. Like, even if you slept her, like, what is that going to accomplish? Like, what is that going to accomplish? She has too much health. You're not going to kill her. Maybe you could throw a grenade on her, but I would just suggest shooting her and saving your sleep dart for something else, specifically because there's going to be better targets to hit. Like a Reinhardt could charge in here. A Zarya, people who don't have so much health, who don't have so much mobility as well. Like Diva has a ton of mobility. Let's say you sleep her. right? And then you come in and try to do damage with her, she can just fly away. But if you were to sleep like a Reinhardt or a Zarya or their enemy support or something like that, then they have a lot less mobility. Then you can just kind of collapse on them. You know, get the grenade on them, collapse on them. And then if you, let's say you wanted to do damage, you wanted to be in position to do damage, well, you can still be in this area, you know, be like right here. And you still have good line of sight on the enemy. If you really want to do damage, though, again, your priority should be doing to be healing your team, and you'll have opportunities to do damage even when you're, you know, primarily healing your team. Now, because of this area, because of this wall, you're not going to have a huge, great line of sight on the enemy. But what you can think about doing, now this is a little bit risky, trying to take this health pack room. So if you take this health pack room and let's say move over here, that might be this is probably aggressive, but this is something you can think about doing when the fight actually starts. So you can either move over here and try to get in like this corner. This should give you a good line of sight on the entire battlefield from here. And then again, you don't want to be jumping around. You want to just be edging it out, making sure you can see whoever. And the jumping distracts you. You don't want to be spamming jump. It definitely distracts you. And you can move through here. But when you're starting out and your priority is just to heal your team, stay over here. Yeah, stay over here until you feel like you really need to be in combat, which is going to take some game winners to decide when you need to be shooting down damage. All right, so you're jumping around. Yeah, shooting around. Missed a sleep dart. And you missed a shot on that. You see how, like, you should not be missing shots on D.Va, right? Because she's so big, and she isn't going anywhere. By you jumping around and just shooting, you're really cutting into your efficiency. So what I suggest is just calm down, line up your shots, take the shot. There's no reason to be missing D.Va if their goal is to hit her. And you would probably be missing D.Va a lot less if you were just in that corner I mentioned and not jumping around so much. So something to keep in mind. So there you go. So that's what I'm talking about. Just calm down, take the shots. Take those shots. Alright, now you got the Reaper on you. Now you got the Reaper on your D.Va. And see, probably, the Reaper is probably who you want to land. The Reaper is probably who you want to land the sleep dart on if you can. But in this situation, you had the Reaper and the D.Va on your D.Va. The best option would most likely be, unless you see that Reaper is low, to heal your D.Va. Try to heal your D.Va. But you just didn't see that your D.Va was in trouble because you're swiveling your camera around like that. And so she does kill she does kill that Reaper, which is good. She probably could have killed that Reaper had she been healed. As you know. Alright, so now you're moving to the point. And I just wanted to note, you're moving to the point here. And this is a very unnecessary step. And here's why. There's already your allies on the point. Alright? Already your allies on the point. You being there is not necessary. Your Tracer, or who's all on the point? Junkrat's on the point, your Lucio's on the point, your Roadhog's on the point. While you're just fighting on the point, while your team's just fighting on the point, you don't need to be there. All it takes to contest up here is one person. It just takes one person to contest, and you're doing the exact same thing as if you were there. Like, whether or not there's one person here or 6 people here, the exact same thing is being accomplished. So since you don't need to be here, that gives you the opportunity to be in a more safe position. Because being on this point is very unsafe because it's out in the open. There is no cover. That's a horrible place to be. You only want to be here if you have to be here. And right now you don't have to be here because your team's already there. Lucio can be here. Like, Lucio's a good person to be here because he's so survivable. But not you. You have very little mobility. So where you want to be is back behind you. Behind one of those little, the things I went over. Behind one of those little signs. And you want to have, ideally, your entire team in your line of sight and the entire enemy team in your line of sight. And what you do, and I want you to turn around so I can point it out to you, but, yeah, okay. So you're right here. There we go. So you see how you're past this entrance? like it provides very little opportunity to get in cover because you're standing like right here, in this area. Where you should be standing is you have a number of options. You can either stand like right here by this wall and just kind of weave back in, to and from cover, or probably even better is standing like back here, right? I mean, you're Ana. You have a sniper rifle. You can afford to stay back here as long as you can see everything. And there's another pillar over here that the exact same as this one. You can weave back and forth and go back between these and be easily in and out of cover. And that'll be much safer. That means you can dodge bullets, you can dodge abilities. If you're in danger, you can more easily fall back. So as Ana, you're a sniper. You don't need to be this close, and it's much safer to do so. All right, good stuff. Good stuff. Let's get back at it. Alrighty. You're following your Roadhog. Good. I like to see that. I like to see you following your Roadhog, and following your diva. You're making sure you're keeping eyes on them. Though, one thing is, if you were, in that corner, you may not need to actually, follow them. Like one thing about Ana is she can just stay in a stationary spot. Like you don't need to actually follow people. Like what you accomplished there was you just kind of healed him. You didn't actually need to move. Like you could have stayed in your exact spot, and you didn't actually need to move. And that just means that you went into this room. You have less. Your team is split up, which is really bad. And that's not your fault that your team's split up. But by standing in this corner, you can both see that Roadhog and this person over here. So if this, I think it's this Hanzo, yeah. If this Hanzo needs help, then you still have line of sight and not just tunnel visioning on one person. You want to keep as many of your allies in your line of sight as possible at all times. But good focus though. Good focus. That was a nice sleep dart. Because it saved your Hanzo. So that was actually a really good sleep dart. So I say that that diva is one of the lowest priority, one of the lowest priorities when it comes to hitting the sleep dart. But you want to hit anyone who with a sleep dart who's a direct threat to your allies. So that was a good sleep dart, and you hit it. So just nothing bad to say about that. Just good job, man. Good job. Okay, now you have this Winston on you. Okay, and he does kill you. So let's see how we could have prevented that death. So you see diva, and you're jumping again. You're gonna wanna where are you being over it? You don't need to be jumping. You also don't need to be moving forward here. Like your kit is just as effective from 20 miles away as it is. Now it's slightly harder to land the sleep dart, but it's diva. You land that sleep dart. She's a huge target. And then because you're so far forward, Winston just jumps on top of you, and you don't have any cooldowns here because you landed that on the diva. You should actually be backing up into this room that I showed you, right behind you, that has that health pack. That should be your goal. Back up into the health pack. Now you moved towards this health pack. But this health pack over here in this room is closer, and you can drop out a line of sight from Winston. So that's just a little bit just to get map awareness thing. Just better map awareness would allow you to survive that potentially. Got to reset. Moving on in. Okay. Just this is one thing. Okay. Like, right off the bat, this is one thing I noticed from you. Watch how you move. Now, where's your crosshairs? Your crosshairs on the ground here. There is no one there. There's no one going to be there. This is where your crosshair should be. Like, your crosshair goes from here to here, right? So I'm going to highlight that. You're aiming here, and then you're aiming here. Where your crosshair should be is here, or here. Wherever you think the enemy is going to be, that's where your crosshair should be. You should always be aiming where you think the enemy is going to be. So I'm going to do it. I have to do it again. I have to do it again. I have to take this long process. So what's happening is every time I want to go into the game, and you know it's helpful for you. Every time I want to go into the game, I have to shut down the game and then reopen it and remake the match so I can show you what I'm talking about. But it's worth it. I think it'll be really helpful to you. So let's make this custom game. All right, so you're Ana, and you're moving around, and what you're doing is you're just kind of moving where you want to go. You know, it's kind of aiming. All right, and then you're like over here. That's what you do. What you want to do is as soon as you come out of the gate, like, all right, someone could be over here. All right, what are you thinking of me? There. That's where you want to be aiming. Because you can either see an ally who is hurt or an enemy. You know, you always want to be aiming where you think the enemies are going to be. So as you're moving, there it is. There. And you maybe even want to be a little bit more efficient than that. You may also want to think about how you move as well. So you can be going straight toward the point and then move towards this corner. You could take it like Ghost Recon, you know. This will like, you know, move toward this corner right here. And, you know, switch by. You try to aim where you think the enemy is going to be. So as soon as you start meeting this corner right here, if you think the enemy is going to be here, where are you going to be aiming? Right there. All right? You're not going to be like, ha, 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 ha. No, you're going to be aiming. You got to come around that corner like, is there anyone up here? No? All right. You know, anyone over here? No? All right. No, you want to always be aiming exactly where you think the enemy is going to be. Right? And then also, let's say you want to look into this area. What you want to do is you want to clear that room. No one's there. No one's there. No one's there. Right? As you unlock more areas, that's where you want to clear. You're gonna be like, is anyone there? No. Anyone there? No. All right. How about there? Yeah. There you go. So you always want to be aiming exactly where you think the enemy is gonna be, and that's all I want to demonstrate there. All right. Let's go. There you go. Getting that shot on him. Get the heels on him. There you go. Shoot him. Feels good. Feels good. Shoot him up. Almost. Oh, okay. So, heal your diva. Heal your diva. Cause your diva can kill that Reaper. Unless you know that, and Reaper has like 250 health. Unless you know you're gonna kill that Reaper, just heal your diva. Because then she can do the damage. Not only can she do the damage and live, but then you get your ultimate charge. Right? So, and also, they just nerfed Ana's damage. You're gonna get more effective if a person is dueling. Like if this diva and Reaper are dueling, you're gonna get more effectiveness out of just healing your diva and letting her kill him. Right? So he died. Like let's watch that skirmish one more time. So, because you tried to get the final shot on the Reaper who was running away, the diva died. So, what I suggest is try to get a sleep dart on Reaper, but prioritize healing your diva. Just constantly put heals on him so Reaper can't kill her. And then just trust your teammate. Trust your teammate to kill him. You did get ultimate charge here, so this is good. Let's see how you use it. Turn around. Good sleep dart. Great sleep dart. What's the pretty easy dart to hit, but still a great sleep dart. He still did take out your soldier. Let's see what you do with that. See what you do with it. All right, just kind of jumping again. Real hug. There you go. And that's the thing about those characters like Diva, Winston, is when they wake up, they can do this bullshit. You know, they have ways to get out. That's why it's less effective to hit them than say like a Zarya. Because what is Zarya gonna do? If she has her bubble, she's gonna bubble, but then she still has low mobility. But these people with high mobility, like sleeping a Genji or something like that. Well, sleeping a Genji doing his Dragon Bait is good, but if you're not Dragon Blading, it's really maybe if you can kill him. But like Winston, he can just drop his bottle and jump away. Nice. He got the kill on the Winston. Okay. All right. Where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going? Okay. And then you missed. And I think that's another area where... Okay. Alright, so you did not need to move out of that room. This room, Moving into, like, positioning is so important. And we're just going to watch it again. Like, positioning is so important on Ana. What you want to do with your positioning is you want to maximize the amount of heal you can do, the amount of damage you can do, and the amount of survivability that you have. When you're in this room, your team has pretty much won this fight. But just in case, you don't need to move it. Stop at this doorway, and you can see everything. Like, you can see the entire battle from here. This is a great location. If you move out into this space right here, there's like no cover. Like what if something came down here, someone crossed the corner and tried to shoot you? There's like no cover here. So you really only want to come out here when you absolutely have to. This is a very vital. This is like, I want to change the color because this is like danger. So this area right here, danger. Don't go here. Don't do it. Just don't do it. Like skull and crossbones, right? skull and crossbones. That's what this area is like. And you know why? Because there's no cover. Skull and crossbones. You will be dead if you make a habit of moving out into these areas with like no cover. And you don't need to be there. Like the only time you need to really be here is like you need to be on the point, but you don't need to be. So just avoid these areas, and just and how to like remember this is just if an area is good, if you feel safe in an area, you got some cover. Like just a few things. Let me rephrase this. I want you to kind of like figure out to grade certain locations. So let me go back to my face. Yeah, we can go back to Wally here. and I'm doing this because the smaller the video is, the less lag, the less like lip sync lag it'll be. But anyway, so we go to Wally. There's gonna be areas, right? And you're gonna be like, is this a good area to be in? And you wanna fulfill certain conditions when you're moving through that area as Ana. Here are the conditions, and if I miss some, let me know. All right. Is it safe to be there? And so you want to be safe. You want to have you want to be able to see your ideally entire ally team and the entire enemy team, right? So what makes an area safe? Is there cover? Can I easily back in and out of cover? That's probably the #1 thing you want to look at. You always want to be looking and see, are there walls I can weave out in and out on? Because that means there's damage you can dodge and move away from, and you get out of danger quickly, very quickly. Is there a health pack nearby? That's also a big one. You want to have a location you can retreat to that'll give you that extra advantage in combat, especially since they nerfed Ana's damage. If that Genji or that Tracer jumps on you, you want all the advantage you can have. You want to know exactly where the health pack location is. Maybe, and then a little bit more intricate is the relationship, how close you are to the enemy versus how close you are to your allies. So, is there an ally nearby I can go to if someone jumps on me? Am I too close to the enemy? Is there a better location where I could have the same access to both my allies and enemies that's further away? You want to be further away from the enemies. Not like. And if you can defend yourself the far as possible, because then you don't have to worry about flankers jumping on you because you can defend yourself, especially if you're in a health pack. So those are like the basics. And if I think about it if I can think about it a little more, maybe I'll come up with a little more. But again, the main ones: are you next to cover? Is there a health pack nearby? Can you see the entire battlefield? How close you are to your allies in relation to how close you are to the enemy. So just stay here. Stay here. All right. So we're gonna move out. Move out. Danger! 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 Like while you're here, you are in danger. Danger, Will Robinson. Danger, Will Robinson. All right. And then you helped pick up the diva, though. That's good. I picked up that diva. Do that. Your diva would have picked up that diva on its own. You somehow lived. Somehow you lived. All right. Let me look at that again. So somehow you lived, and Reaper just kind of walks up on your team, Elucio, and he just kind of gets up in there and just die. And you have 1 second to your cooldown. You would not have been hit by this at all had you been behind the opposite one of this. See, had you been behind this, you would not be hit by that at all. So just like further away allows you to get out of danger, and then you could have like you've been calm. You could just shot at him or hit him with a grenade or whatever you need to do. So that's why this location is muy bueno. And I'm actually going to change the color because we're going to make that not red. This is a happy color. This is yellow. We're going to make this yellow as happy. Actually, light blue is pretty happy. Light blue is pretty happy. Yeah, this is a good location. Muy bueno. All right, let's go. But the Reaper died anyway. How did he die? The Roadhog picked him up. Is that Roadhog? That's Roadhog. Roadhog picked him up. Good. All good things. Good Roadhog. Good on Roadhog. All right. So we're gonna watch that again. Good shot on the Reaper, by the way. Good shot. So you just used your grenade. Like, you just used your grenade right here. These guys are like pretty damn near full health. Boom. Grenade. You want to be a little bit more conservative with that grenade. Because it's a very important cooldown. In fact, primarily you want to be using your grenade on the enemy. Right? Because your grenade still, even after the nerfs, it's still amazing. Like, this thing stops an enemy from being able to heal. That is huge. That is freaking huge. Prioritize using your grenade on the enemy and just heal them with your gun. Your gun doesn't have a cooldown except when you have to reload. But your grenade has a very large cooldown. So I mean, what is that, 10-second cooldown? Yeah, your grenade has a 10-second cooldown. That's a lot of healing you could be denying the enemy. That's a lot of healing you're no longer denying the enemy because you used it on your full health targets. Even if this guy was like half health and D was half health, there's not really any danger. Just shoot at them. Just heal them up. Shoot at them and save your grenade for like a big fight or just to use on the enemy. As a general rule, prioritize aggressive, offensive use of your grenade over defensive. As a rule, but of course there's exceptions to every rule. This is not one of those exceptions. This is not one of those exceptions. Danger! 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 Where's my red? Wait, I'm gonna do a dark red. Danger! Danger! You do not want to be here because there's no cover, man. There's no cover. You can be in this room over here, and I'll change my color. You can be like in this room over here, these rooms over here, and still have access and still have perfect line of sight on here, and be not only next to cover, but then also smiley face. You could be next to a health pack. So I just want to like just bang it into your brain that just how dangerous this area is. This area is a no-no. All right, danger, 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 danger. Oh no, no, you do not want to waste your grenade on Tracer, unless you're killing her with that grenade, because her rewind isn't affected by your grenade. So unless you're killing her, don't throw the grenade at her. Just shoot at her, just shoot at her and try to hit her. And you probably want to zoom in to hit her. You want to hit Tracer with hand scan. Probably you have a lot more chance of hitting her if you're reducing the the projectile, because when you're not zoomed in, and a sleep dart is a projectile. So just aim at her, but do not waste your grenade on her. It's not worth it all. There goes Winston. Almost. You're gonna miss. We all miss sleep darts. Winston jumped on you and then he moved over here. Let's see how you handle this. Okay. You missed the grenade bounced off the Winston shield. So that's one of the things that here's the thing about Winston. When he jumped in, unless you see that he has recently used the shield, he's probably gonna drop his shield, which means that you want to hold these cooldowns until you've dealt with the shield, right? Or if you're cheeky, you want to hit one with a sleep dart while he's jumping. But that could happen, and you don't want that to happen. His shield is on a 13-second cooldown. You didn't see him use it. He probably has it. Just shoot at him, back up, force him to drop his shield, and then make him come out of that shield, because that's going to happen a lot if you don't respect the shield. There's the Widow. There's the Winston. He kind of just ignored you. I'm going to say it again. I'm going to say it again. I'm going to say it every time it happens. Every time it happens. Danger! 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 Get out of here! Get out of here! Get out of this location! Get out of this location! There we go. There we go. Almost. Wow, you died. Man, this is just like super lucky. I just want to tell you, you should be dead. You should be dead. This is just super lucky. He missed that hook. Get on dodging that hook, man. The grenade. You did attempt to use that grenade offensively. Good. Nothing wrong with that, especially on a Reaper. He heals. If you did the grenade on him, he can't go to a health pack. He relies on that. Good. But just didn't need to not be here. Boom. Good heals on that. Good heals on that. Alright. So, if you notice, you've missed like 9 out of 10 shots here. And that's just because you're kind of frantic, which happens. I do this as Ana. If you're just super frantic, you're just going to be missing your shots because you're not focusing. If you're just standing still and just calmly zooming in and taking your shots, you'll hit a lot more. While you're missing shots, I mean, you're not doing anything while you're missing shots. So just calm down, stop jumping, because that's something you have to compensate for. Every time you jump, your mouse goes up, and then you have to compensate downward to adjust for that. Jumping doesn't help Ana. It just doesn't. In fact, if you want to practice, unbind your jump key in Ana. Just unbind it. It's not helping you at all. It's just making you more inaccurate. What helps you is Ana, your crouch. Crouching helps. Ana has a ridiculous crouch animation. She's really, she is a ridiculous. She becomes so much harder to hit when she's crouched. If you crouch and uncrouch, you'll be so much more evasive than if you're jumping around. So just stop jumping on Ana. Just don't do it. Don't do it. All right. That was a really good ultimate. Good job. Tactical advisor goes out. Hit him with the nano boost. Hope he doesn't die from that. Boom. And that's just because we're just not aware of our surroundings there. But that was a great ultimate. Good job. Nice. That's what I like to see. Combining that ultimate with the ultimate of your allies. Good job. Good job. Buen trabajo. And it doesn't even look like we noticed that Reaper. Doesn't even look like we noticed that Reaper. That just takes a little bit more awareness, I suppose. There's a don't do it. You see how she has full health? You see that? She has full health. That's because the grenade doesn't work on her. It does 50. What does the grenade do? 50 damage? I want to be sure. The grenade does 50 damage, right, chat? Right here is the Overwatch wiki.com wiki Ana. And I can just scroll down and I can see what her stuff does. Buy a grenade. 60 damage to enemies. 4-minute splash. 100 healing on target. 100 healing on self. 15 plus 15 healing to allies. Plus 15 healing to self. Last 4 seconds to the second cooldown. So it is 60 damage. Is this the up-to-date value? I'm not sure. If it's not, don't blame me. That's what I use. This is like the only site I can find with up-to-date values. Did it used to be 70? Because it's saying 60. Is that after the nerf? Don't blame me if it's wrong. Don't blame me if it's wrong. Do not quote me. But that's the only site I can find with up-to-date values. But yeah. So your grenade does 60 damage. It reduces healing. but Tracer's not affected. So unless you can kill her with that grenade, because what's going to happen is you're going to force out. Basically, if you hit her with the grenade early, you're going to force her to use her rewind. And your grenade, I'll just say, is more valuable than her rewind. So only grenade her. As a general rule, there's always exceptions to rules, but as a general rule, only grenade her if you're going to finish her off with that 60 damage. Which is about, like, she has 150 health, so it's like a third of her health. Like that, right there. Alright. Let's back at it. Back at it. Good sleep. Good sleep. That's what I like to see. Roadhog hooked someone with that 8-second cooldown hook. Got that sleep for him. That's what I like to see. Now, the person, seems like that person would have lived anyway, but no, that's great. I like to see that. Now, you're moving up. Everything you just accomplished could have been accomplished from way back behind you. Like, you didn't need to move up. That's one thing I think that will really help you in terms of survivability. If you just realize that you have a sniper rifle, you don't need to be as close as you are. And I feel like it's not even really helping your aim. Well, one, because you're jumping around as well. Use your scope. Scope in. Scope in. It's hit scan. Your shots will be a lot more accurate. You'll be able to put yourself in more safe locations. You'll be able to hit those sleep darts still. Yeah, just back up, man. Be a sniper. Just think of yourself as a sniper. Think of yourself as a sniper because you are a sniper. Think of yourself as a sniper because you are a sniper. There's a Reaper. Good shot. Good shot. There's... Oh, darn. Okay. One thing is, did you have your sleep dart cooldown when he jumped? You know where he's going to be. This is one of those things where... And you know he doesn't have shield either. Because there it is. There's the shield. Take your time, track him. When he's moving like this, you know exactly where he's going to be. Whenever someone jumps, you should always hit those shots. And that's going to take practice. It's going to take aim. That's going to take going into some bot matches. And then just practicing some tracking. It's gonna take some main practice, but the fact that you know where he's gonna be gives you a huge advantage when it comes to hitting this shot. You should hit this. He's so big. You should hit this every single time. Every single time, this monkey should be asleep when he hits the ground, and that's just knowing. So what you can also do is you can, if you just have one friend, just one friend. Make up a custom game and just say, hey, can I practice with you for like 20 minutes? And just ask them to go on a character and just have them jump around. Maybe a hard character, not Lucio, because Lucio is different. But maybe ask them to pick Ana, another small target. Maybe ask them to pick Widow, and set no cooldowns, and then just practice hitting them while they're jumping. And you'll realize that you know exactly where they're going to land every time they jump, especially Winston. So just. No excuse to miss those, except, just need more practice, which is fine. Everyone needs more practice, but you should be hitting those darts. But good grenade. All right. So he's on you, right? He's on you. Unless you get help from your team, you're not escaping him, especially not moving backwards. You move at the exact same speed. At this point, you want to be doing two things. Moving towards the health pack and making sure when you throw that grenade, you hit yourself as well. In fact, since you know, and we just checked it, that your grenade heals 100, wait till you get to 100 health and then throw that grenade on yourself to get the most efficiency out of that grenade. That takes a little bit more, to be more calm and be more calculative. Like, okay, I'm going to wait till I get to 100 health. There we go. You should, that grenade would have been good if you were also hit by it. Like, you would probably win this fight if you would have hit, like, even though you're Ana, you could potentially win this fight if you had hit both him and yourself with that grenade. And especially if, one of your teammates, he's really deep in your back line, and he doesn't have shield because it was just used. Like, this should be a dead Winston. This should be a dead Winston. He just used his 13-second shield, and he just jumped on you. He has no jump, and Roadhog is around the corner. This Winston should be dead. Look how close. There you go. Forced out. That was good. You did. You see how close he got to dying? You forced out the ultimate. That is good. And you should be at 150 health because you should have hit that grenade on yourself. Like, you it's surprising how survivable Ana can be if you actually use your cooldowns properly and properly positioned. Like, yeah, you would have won that fight against that Winston. Easy, handily, and you almost did actually. You almost did. Almost did. All right. Here's one of the things where first of all, Danger Will Robinson. Danger Will Robinson. So you capture the point, you kill everyone on the point. There's 4 people on the point. You don't need to be here. It just takes 3 people to be on this point. So you can back up and make sure you're safe. Like if the enemy has a Roadhog, it's not going to happen. But the enemy has a Roadhog or anything, things happen where you lose track of the enemy and like you're vulnerable out here. You don't need to be. So just back up whenever you're taking the point. You see there's 3 people or 4 people, including yourself, on the point. Back up and let your team take it. Now there's 5 people. Now there's 5 people. Just a little small thing, but it will save your life. It will save your life if you keep that in mind. Believe me, that will save your life a ton of times. Die. That was good. It was a little bit. Let's rewind that. I went through the place notes. Its damage hasn't been touched. Oh, patch notes. Okay. All right. So here's the. This was actually a really good combo. The beat drop plus the Reinhardt plus the Beyblade. That's actually really good. And that Reinhardt and that Reaper immediately goes for your back line. That's really good. This is another case where you should actually be away from the point. See, you see this? Like, because you're right here, like this Reaper is able to very quickly close the distance. You could have easily died here. Very easily died here. If, like, your team didn't collapse on him so fast. Like, you got to 31 health. Like, that could be easily your death. Like, just being right here, right? Just being right here solves all that. All your problems are solved just being right here. And you can see everything you need to see. All your problems are solved. Let me get this out of here. All right. Hayden Scownishk. Good sleep dart. But then you woke him up immediately. Let me see. Good sleep dart. Who else is shooting at this guy? The Lucio, your Lucio, I think, was shooting at this guy, so he might have been woken up anyway. But when you sleep a guy like that, and you're at less than 100 health, start moving to a position to fight him, right? That would probably be, well, I guess it would be around your team as well, but most likely near a health pack. You want to be able to get that health pack. Bam. And he ends up killing you. Yeah. Did you, one thing I wanted to check. Tell me you hit yourself with that grenade that you threw at him. Tell me. Oh, you don't have your grenade. Never mind. Never mind. Okay, you didn't have a grenade. You didn't have a grenade because you used it on a Reaper. But you want to, especially with Winston, you want to try to get your distance. Get your distance on him. And most likely move toward the health pack. And that would have, you probably could have lived there. You most likely could have lived there. Had you been near a health pack or a little bit far away from him so he has to jump. Or if he doesn't have a jump, then he's just screwed. Then that guy's just Fuckington. Alright. Oh, Cyndicate, you're in my chat. I don't know why I didn't. I was so focused on the review that I was just like completely didn't notice who was in my chat. Okay. Alright. Well, hi. Welcome to the chat, man. So there you go. I'm just gonna do one round because I feel like I feel like I'm gonna see pretty much the exact same kind of gameplay from the other round. So, and it is for time's sake. I'll just do that one round. So there you go. So I'll just give you my face. So there you go, Syndicate. I see you in my chat. Hopefully that helped you and help everyone who views the VOD. This has been Professor Ganymede on this particular video. Hope you enjoyed it. Again, put your go to my Discord and put your VODs in the submit VOD review room, and I'll get to them. So thanks for watching again. Class dismissed.